into the office, the Detroit skylight, and the Detroit sports teams on the old cardboard wood looking thing there. Those are awesome, very cool. That, we put those up as well. So what we want to talk about today is I got a couple offers yesterday on a property, and we want to talk about what a listing agent has to do once they get offers. Because offers are great, multiple offers, all that kind of stuff. What does a listing agent have to do? So I'm going to go first. I got one offer that was cash. So the first thing you got to do is pretty easy stuff. Is you got to verify they have the funds. It's called proof of funds. So they'll send you something like they'll send you a bank statement or something that's got either numbers crossed out, the name crossed out, or redacted or something like that, and it shows they have the funds. You use it a lot with cash buyers that are investment buyers as well. Don, what about when you get an offer that's a mortgage? What is the listing agent got to do?
Well, with mortgage, you want to talk to the mortgage rep. You want a pre-approval, which I have right here for a buyer on an offer that I received last night on one of my properties that I have listed. And I call the agent up, I call the mortgage rep up, and I ask him a few questions about verified. And what I mean by that is, has he looked at documentation on the income? Has he looked at documentation with his own eyes or her own eyes on the credit report, employment, bank statements? And if those four come out yes, that they've reviewed that and they've given this pre-approval based on that, then you know you got a pretty good solid buyer. So then you have to, the rest of the process is actually securing the home. But this is the biggest thing, is making sure that the buyer can afford and get approved for a loan on the house.
Hey, Hughes, I don't think Hughes is going to work. He said Hughes. That wasn't going to work. Yeah. So you got to make sure they got the assets, the money to close, right? You got to make sure that they're employed. Kobe, that's huge. You got to make sure they have credit score, and you got to make sure of what else? What was income to make the money. And you got to make sure of it. Now, I don't think all agents do this. I'm not going to say they don't. I don't think all agents do that. But that's when you get an offer, especially a mortgage offer, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. And the biggest thing about doing these two things here, making sure you do the work before you sign a contract, will weed out that possible problems that's going to happen within a few days after you sign a contract and house is off the market. And the goal is not to have the house off the market unless you know 99.9% of the time it's going to get to the closing table.
Yeah, close is the most important thing. Offers are great. Close is the most important thing. So our question for today, what's our question for today, Don?
It is, we're going to have Ryan Looney on tomorrow, and we got something cooking up tomorrow, so to speak. So what do you
really?
What's on the menu tonight for dinner?
For you, so you, the audience, what's on the menu tonight for dinner? Throw that in the comments below, whether you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. What's on the dinner menu for tonight? Because we'd love to hear.
You know what you're having?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we're having burgers.
Are you really?
Yeah, ground beef.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. This is your Daily Dose. I'm Scott.
I'm Donnie.
And we're talking